Good evening, students. Today we are going to start our next chapter, that is circles. Chapter number 10, circle. This is our last chapter of the syllabus. So let us start. Firstly, what is a circle? You already done in junior classes that when we keep our compass from a fixed point and we cover a distance, that is circle. Actually, its definition is collection of all the points in a plane which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. This is a fixed point and this is the fixed distance. So all the points which we collect at the same distance, that is the circle, and this fixed point is known as center and this fixed distance is known as radius. Okay, now a circle divides a plane. This is the plane, this is a plane where the circle lies. A circle divides a plane in three parts. First is the interior, that is inside the circle. Second, exterior, that is outside the circle. And third is the circular region, this boundary. Okay. Next, we will discuss about arcs and segments. Whenever we join 2 points on the circle, we get a line. This line is known as the chord. The line segment joining 2 points on a circle is known as the chord. A chord divides a circle in 2 parts. So, this is the smaller part, smaller the area between the chord and this arc. This is the arc, area between the chord and the arc. This one is minor segment and this one is major segment, and this small arc is minor arc and the second one is major arc. After that, if we join these 2 points with center, this is the center O of the circle. If we join these 2 given points with circle, then we get a sector. So this small one is known as the minor segment, and the greater part, this one is known as the major this one is known as minor sector and this one is major sector. Okay, and when we join 2 points, this is minor arc, this is major arc, and this portion, this area is minor segment and this is major segment. Okay students, and 3 parts already I have told you: interior, exterior and the circular region. After that, the longest chord, this is the chord. We are saying that 2 points joining on the circle, that longest chord is known as the diameter. Okay, so these points you have to keep in mind while doing the chapter. Firstly, let us start with exercise 10.1. In 10.1 you have given some blanks and the true false. So let us discuss. First is, the center of a circle lies in dash of the circle. Now center lies in interior. Okay, at a point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than radius. Now suppose this is the circle and this is the point. This is radius. Any point whose distance is more than radius, obvious that lies exterior of the circle. Longest chord of a circle is the diameter. An arc is a dash when its ends are the ends of a diameter. Arc is a dash. See, this is the diameter. Then this arc is known as semicircle. Okay, otherwise if we are having a chord, then major arc and minor arc we are saying, but if the ends of chord are ends of diameter, then that is a semicircle. Segment of a circle is the region between an arc and the chord of the circle. A circle divides the plane on which it lies in 3 parts. Then true false. Line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is a radius of the circle, but it will be true. Okay, circle has only finite number of equal chords. Circle has only infinite chords are there. A circle has only finite number of equal chords. Equal chords are finite. True. If a circle is divided into 3 equal arcs, each is a major arc. No, it's a false. Chord of a circle which is twice as long as its radius is a diameter. Double of radius. Yes, this is the diameter. See students, this is the center, this is radius and this also radius. It is double. Double इसका क्या हो गया? Diameter. Sector is the region between the chord and the corresponding arc. Sector, no, false. That is the segment. A circle is a plane figure. Yes, circle, plane figure. Okay. Now come on exercise 10.2. Before that, firstly we will do 2 results. Theorem 10.1. Equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. We have to prove this theorem. Let us see how to do. we are having a circle with center O and its two chords AB and CD given that are equal. We have to prove angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Firstly, we write given a circle with center O where AB is equal to CD. To prove, what we want to prove? Angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Now let's see its proof. OA is equal to OD and OB is equal to OC. These are the radii of the circle. AB is equal to CD. This is given. So triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD by side, side, side. If triangles are congruent, then we can take angle AOB is equal to angle COT by CPCT. Okay, this is the first theorem, and second theorem is its converse. We have given angle AOB is equal to angle COD and we have to prove AB is equal to CD. Theorem is, if the angles subtended by the chords of a circle at the center are equal, then the chords are equal. Similarly, we will congruent these two triangles, but here we will use side angle side criteria. OA is equal to OD, OB is equal to OC radii. Here we write angle AOB is equal to angle COD given. Triangles are congruent by side angle side. Then AB is equal to CD by CPCT. Okay. So you try exercise 10.2. If any doubt is there, then discuss within Zoom class. Thank you.